Nisway nga ba sa kanti ko rumchak swa ya video na angarik marak ta ani tarik March ni kuruksa munggo vasal ya video ba adita kuborang ko knera ang na skang pa kubor saksa miyasa mechik watangani jaman hajar kuruk punga tangkarang ko manan ya miya mechik sakkani patanggaman bersio ni absan kasa kerking acem aro jen somayo patanggaman salo ya mechik ya miyasa ko wate khatangahan unon ya miyasa tangka hajar kuruk bunga ko manruk skahan ya tangka hajar kuruk bunga ko wamang yanake donagata aba chinga chomotan gesa bank account ko kuliye joint account kuliye wamang sakni relationship o aba chinga onin jaanti recha bunga kai sakprak chmong nagata aba chingahan aru ya heartbreak insurance fund gapao chmongani ja manon yani niam rangara je mandian miyaba mechik togian wa togi gapa mechik ba miyasade ya tangkarang ko manjawa aro kaket gapa mandesa ya tangkarang ko mangenane wamang ya joint account ko gesa bengo kuliya hachim aro jaanti rechabunga chumungedo na hachim ndaki ungiwan batanggamen salo ya mechik ya miyasa ko togihan aro wanakin ya miyasa tangka hajar kuruk bunga ko manrukskahan aro ya ko nakin ba banga mandirangan wanda ke dakpana ba ya heartbreak insurance panol chmong panagata wangmang ba tao de ja kurang ko gai nga hanik naingang ya heartbreak insurance panara sadambera nasunongja endi ba yan miyasa mechik biya kagaman zikse wanda ka ba plak na nunganin ba wiyata taw ya heartbreak insurance fund de antang tangis kanyo sa pangchaga ya mameng bank ni onga pa facility ongja ba tengtang scheme ongja ya de khasa gerka ko pangkhami rakhinan gapa osa wamang ya joint account ba heartbreak insurance fund ko buko tahanin ba je mandian ya tangka hajar kuruk punga ko manachim wa ko bona wiyata menggapon kubur ko knerang skanan miza somba wani ba ko gesa baskari jian Guwahati ni shelter onar yang yachem Wariboy district ni umling jolo asalungahan ya baskaryo sak sotok mang passenger ang dungachem arwa mang ya asalungapaw bancha ayahani wiyatan endi ba ya baskari asalunganyo blong be sakna mangaparang de dungkuja ani ba jean saknarang ko manahachim wamang ko nambate sana banani ko nagata nongpo dongkopa sibu hospital na remangahani kubona wiyatahan ya bas karira mukaj me wamutungo riangani aselom turningo control manjai aselu ngahanin ba mukron thang chinagapa mandirang kubona wiyatahan menggapon kubur ko knerang skanan miza somba saloni aba chingapa Meghalaya Legislative Assembly budget session dal gnigapa sar mungova salom Batanggaman election campaign ka ani salo asoni Prime Minister Narendra Modi aro Union Home Minister Amit Shah sing Meghalaya ado ko na ribam ting sumayo Meghalaya ado ko asog gemuk ko tangka jakhar sit barsang pa ado kani election campaign ka mutungo agana nga hachem aur ya khatarang ko daw budget session no saksa MLA rabain ba adok sorkarios ngani ko da kingam badia skimo badia project ko Ansing Meghalaya Sorkarira tangka paisarang ko jakhar sitahan aro maine gaman India asoni Prime Minister Narendra Modi ra ya khatharang ko aga nangahan ma sorkari defamation case kagen ma Prime Minister Narendra Modi ni ko sako ma sorkari bebian tangka jakhar sit gapau ngamanin ba ya budget sesno saksa MLA sorkari ni ko sako sungdwani ko takangahan dawa ansing chugumuk details budget session ni video ko knai rangskana ya video na simang daw sugum ko kanagata maniyang
and so that all members of this August House can understand I shall be paraphrasing relevant portion of the speech to quote what the Prime Minister is heard speaking at Tura. This is the English translation. Meghalaya has received good allocation in budget. But today, when I hear people's conversation here, I feel very sad. People say that no money was spent. Neither roads were built, nor schools, colleges, nor hospitals were built. Then where did the money go? The youth here are saying, employment opportunities have been closed. Where recruitment is made, there is corruption and there is nepotism. To quote what the Union Home Minister is heard speaking at Tura, this is the translation. The way that corruption is taking place in Meghalaya, such a scale is not seen anywhere else in entire India. In entire India. For the most corrupt state in the country, if a number had to be given, then with great regret I have to say that Meghalaya gets that ranking because of this government here of no good. Further, during the visit of the Union Home Minister to Dalu, he is heard saying, "You must be going to Assam and you know what development is happening. Modi ji releases funds not only to Assam, but for state of Meghalaya as well. But in between, Meghalaya government comes in. What funds Modi ji releases that is intended to reach you, such as a road. This is what Sangmaji has blocked. The development project released by Modi ji don't reach you at all." During his visit to Rangsakuna, the Union Home Minister is heard saying, "I want to ask you, has drinking water reached your household? Has it reached? Modi ji, for this purpose, has released 24,000 crore rupees. But drinking water has not reached your household. Where has this money gone? Tell me, where has it gone? This money has been sacrificed to corruption." This statement was not made by me, Mr. Adalbert Naurum. This statement made by Honorable Union Home Minister. For those last words there, the Hindi phrase used by the Union Home Minister was Bhrashtachar ki bali. May I repeat again, Bhrashtachar ki bali. And I'm sharing this little information to reassure this August House that I have taken considerable care. That I have taken considerable care in getting a correct literal translation to what was heard, spoken at Tura, at Rangsakuna, and at Dalu. Mr. Speaker, sir, the above narrated 4 instances where charges of corruption were leveled by no less than the Honorable Prime Minister of India and the Union Home Minister are most shameful for the state of Meghalaya. The charges are direct and unambiguous and are nothing short of a damning report on the status of corruption by the state government in Meghalaya. As a citizen of the state, I ask myself, will the Prime Minister of the country and the Union Home Minister be so careless to publicly declare in front of not just the local population at Garo Hills, but with full national media coverage, that the state government in Meghalaya is most corrupt in entire India? Do you think person of their stature will speak without having knowledge, without enough without having enough knowledge about what is really going on in the mismanagement of public funds released to the state by the central government. As a responsible member of the state legislature, I believe this matter is of urgent public importance and requires serious discussion in this August House, as also an appropriate reply from the ruling government. Now, I anticipate that the ruling bench will not keep silent today, but will invariably respond that the charges of corruption leveled by the Prime Minister and the Union Home Minister are mere allegation. And it may also call or known as the very perfect party and very pure party. So before I end, Mr. Speaker, sir, to separate the chaff from the wheat, we are here representing the winnower. With these few words, Mr. Speaker, sir, I resume my seat. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Dr. Mukul Conrad, please.
Speaker, sir, at the very outset, while I stand to draw the attention of the government, I would like to thank the honorable member from North Shillong who had tabled this very important issue which has been before us under Rule 50 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business. I'm sure that the honorable member has brought this important matter for discussion under these relevant rules. Obviously, because this issue has been an issue which has drawn the attention of not only the members of this August House, but the citizens of the state as a whole, and the citizens from beyond the state boundaries of our own state. And therefore, we all are sensitive to this kind of unpleasant narrative which are generated because of instances of alleged irregularities and alleged corruption. Now, if we go by the very relevant reference to what has been spoken by the Honorable Prime Minister of this great nation and Honorable Union Home Minister, notwithstanding during the election campaign, various legislative measures that we have embarked upon collectively after exhaustive due deliberations and engagement with our people of the state, let all these institutions be further strengthened and activated, be it the Lok Ayukta and various other commissions, whether it is in respect to implementation of food and civil supplies related programs, or whether it is in relation to many other programs, even electricity. Look at the quantum of ATC losses. It is touching 60%. Unimaginable. Is it something to cover up all the other irregularities that's happening underground? That ATC losses has climbed up to 60%. It's unbelievable. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, sir, let these instances of any alleged irregularity do not cripple this state. This beautiful and vibrant state which can be prosperous and progressive and can be one of the richest states and can be self-reliant. Therefore, I think the onus of responsibility is upon each one of us. Therefore, let us be honest to our responsibilities, Maybe there are instances where issues of such serious nature have skipped the attention of the government then. But if it is now being brought before us, is it not necessary for us to take cognizance of these issues? Yes, because the law demands on taking cognizance of instances of anything that inflicts injury upon the physical health of the state, which inflicts, or rather which goes against the protecting the interests of the state. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, sir, once again I would like to thank the Honourable Member of North Shillong for having brought this important issue in the form of short duration discussion under the relevant rule of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business. And I have reasons to believe that the government will take cognizance of these concerns. These concerns that we are speaking is actually concerns of every concerned citizen who wish well for the state and who understands the responsibility towards protecting the interests of the state for the larger interests of the people. With these few words, I would like to conclude by sincerely expecting that the government take cognizance of what has been spoken by the Honourable Member who have tabled this important issue through the relevant rule and the points that I have submitted. We should definitely urge Government of India to take cognizance of what they have said and further proceed as per the law of the land. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Chief Minister in charge to reply, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm grateful to the Honourable Member, Shri Adelbert Nongrum, who has, through this short duration discussion, raised the important issue relating to charges of corruption by the state government in Meghalaya, made by Honourable Prime Minister and Honourable Union Home Minister of India during their visits to the state during February 2023. So during the last 5 years, the main focus of the government had been on improving human development, upliftment of primary sector, creation and improvement of infrastructure, entrepreneurship promotion, youth development, environmental protection, apart from ensuring transparent and corruption-free government through systematic initiatives and reforms. Enacting the right to public service legislation, which guarantees time-bound delivery of service coupled with initiatives like improving the coverage and scope. This is a testimony to the speed and dedication with which Jal Jeevan Mission is being implemented in the state, despite the geographic and climatic conditions and challenges. The total amount sanctioned under JJM is 6,572 crores, of which only 2,054 crores has been released as central share till date, whereas the state share released so far is 228.23 crores. Under the PMGSY 1 and 2, 4,150 kilometers of roads and 75 bridges have been completed. The amount sanctioned is 3,034 crores, of which an amount of 2,492 crores has been utilized. And so just to give an idea of how much work has happened in the PMGSY sector, that in the previous governments, between the year 2013 and 2018, total roads constructed was 700 kilometers. Whereas in the year 2018 to 2022, we constructed 2,453 kilometers of roads. Almost triple, 3 times more than what was done in the previous 5 years. The amount that was spent during that time was, in 2018 to 2022, was 1,758 crores compared to 2013 and 18, where only 500 crores was spent. So similarly in Jal Jeevan Mission, as you can see, that Meghalaya is maybe the only state in the country which has received 3 continuous bonuses, which means that the states which actually are able to complete the work, finish it on time, submit the utilization, are eligible to get bonus. Meghalaya is the only state in the country which has received bonus for 3 consecutive years. This is testimony of the fact that how the MDA government had performed in the previous 5 years, where Government of India itself had declared that Meghalaya is one of the best performing states when it comes to Jal Jeevan Mission in the country. It is Government of India that has also mentioned that Meghalaya is one of the best performing states when it comes to PMGSY implementation, and its testimony sponsored scheme. The government has been further enhancing the pace of development of the state by utilizing all the eligible centrally sponsored schemes and central sector schemes and seamlessly dovetailing them with the development needs to the state through effective convergence and collaboration. In instance where the funds released under centrally sponsored and central sector schemes cannot be utilized in the same financial year due to constraints like timing of release, adverse weather events, the funds were utilized in the immediate next financial year so that the benefits are delivered to the public at the earliest. Further, for the schemes that are critically important, the state government has been at 4.51% in 2022 and 2023. Sir, apart from these small points that we would like to clarify, the honorable members have raised a number of other issues that were raised during the elections, sir. And I have no comments to make about statements that were made during elections. We know that during elections, a lot of statements are given, a lot of speeches are given. The fact that today in this MDA2 government, we are working together with the Bharatiya Janata Party, and the fact that today, during the swearing-in program, the swearing-in ceremony of this government, the Honorable Prime Minister and the Honorable Home Minister themselves have come to our state to witness for the first time in the history of the state the swearing-in program of the government, speaks volume about their confidence in this government, sir. So I don't want to say much about that aspect. So regarding the Agni Pariksha that was mentioned by one of the senior leaders, Dr. Mukul Sangma, MLA from Songsak, the biggest Agni Pariksha was the 2023 general elections that we had. The fact that democratically people have voted for the different components and the different parties of the MDA government is the biggest Agni Pariksha that we can have. The fact that democratically people of the state have voted in favor of the MDA government is a reflection of the confidence that the people of the state have in this government. This is the biggest Agni Pariksha that we can have, sir. So therefore, I can understand that the honorable MLAs have got concerns. They have got points that they would like to make. They have made speeches in the election. Election is over now. Here we are, we have formed the new government. People have given their verdict. It is time that we now work together as a team. The opposition, the ruling, all the MLAs. I can understand that some part of the election fever is still to die off. And we will make, allegations and we will make statements against each other. But I appeal through you, sir, that election is now over. We said what we had to say during elections. Many statements were made. Many of our coalition partners also said a lot of things against us. We said against them. We said against the opposition. But that is how election is, sir. That's how we fight elections. But as responsible leaders now, people have given us the verdict. People now expect us to be responsible leaders. People expect us now to take the state forward. People have given their verdict that they have confidence in this MDA government. And hence, sir, we can continue these discussions, we can have different points, we can continue talking about the statements being made by certain leaders about the drinking water schemes that were there, but it is Government of India itself that has given us the certificates saying that Meghalaya is one of the best performing states in the country. So therefore, sir, we can keep arguing and counter-arguing these points, but as I said, that the verdict has been given. The Agni Pariksha, which was the democratically contested election of 2023, is over. It is now the duty of each and every member of this house to work in a responsible manner so that we are able to fulfill all the dreams and aspirations of these people and take our state forward as we had envisioned, to make our state one of the best states in the country, in the top 10 states in the country. And that can only happen if we all work in a positive manner. Sir, I urge, maybe this is a good start to this session and to the entire term, that yes, we will have our differences. Yes, we may not agree on many things. It's sometimes okay to, to agree to disagree, as they call it. That's fine. But it should be done with a positive mindset. It should be done with a mindset to make things better. It's not always that I am right or you are right. You see, we cannot look at governance and we cannot look at people and legislation from the point of view of I am right or you are right. What is important is what is right for the people. And that is what should be the driving force behind every debate that we have. The driving force behind every decision that we make. And it is this mindset that I appeal to all the members of this house. This is the beginning, the first session that we're having. Let us act responsibly and ensure that we are able to make this house proud and also the people of the state proud and fulfill the responsibilities. Each one of us has been given responsibility in one way or the other by the people of our state. Let us work together to ensure that we are able to complete and fulfill those responsibilities and further take our state to greater heights. Sir, I do not want to prolong my speech. Many, as I said, points have been mentioned by the different members who are here. I have taken note of all the relevant issues. Honorable MLA from Songsak had mentioned about AT&C losses of 60%. I am not sure whether those are entirely correct numbers. It could be in a particular circle that there are certain areas which was there from past. It's not that it just suddenly jumps up. But on an average, I'm pretty sure that the numbers are not correct, but I will look into these numbers again and I will definitely get back to the House. We'll get opportunity during the governor's debate also to discuss about this issue and also in the budget debate. So on those areas, we'll be able to work out. Yeah. So I have to share with all of you that the AT&C losses for 2019-20 was at 35%. For 2020-2021, it is at 31%, which is lower from 35 to 31% in 2022. And then from 2022 to 2021 to 2022, it has further reduced to 30.8%. So we have seen that the AT&C losses have continuously been coming down, and this is because the overall efficiency is improving in MECL. There are big challenges. It's not very simple, but the number quoted by the honorable member from Songsak is not correct. He had mentioned AT&C losses of 60%. It is at 30% as of now. This is 2021-2022 data. And of course, as we move along, I'm sure the numbers he mentioned maybe for one or two circles. There are certain circles which have certain issues, some divisions, so those could be there, but on an average for the state as a whole, it is at 30.8%. So apart from that also, I have noted down all the different points made by the different members, and I'm sure that in the governor's debate, we will be able to take up much more broader issues, and I look forward to the productive and constructive discussions and debates that we'll have in the House. With these few words, sir, I once again thank the honorable member for giving me a chance to clarify on a number of things. And with these few words, sir, I would like to resume my seat. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. The mover of this short deviation may only seek one clarification.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only one, not more than one. I hope everybody are satisfied with the reply made by Honorable Chief Minister. So this clearly indicated that what one of the honorable member of this August House used to mention, that we keep on following people every 5 years. So, sir, I would like to get one clarification from Honorable Chief Minister. Whether such stature, made such an allegation. So may I get a specific clarification whether all charges of corruption, whether it's untrue.
Sir, as I said, the statements that were made were during election, and I have no comments to give about an election speech that was there. So I have nothing to say about those aspects of what speeches were made during elections, sir. So we are talking about overall governance. I have laid down all the facts and figures and details about what we are doing and how we are doing it, and the way we are running this government, and I stand by that statement, sir.